Before going, I will welcome you all to the 159th Vellore Toastmaster Club. Before going to the section, there are 4 ground rules to the Vellore Toastmaster Club. First, put your phone off on our silent mode. I will give you 10 seconds. Please refrain from talking about sex, religion and politics. Please stay mute until you come on the stage. And the last one, and it's a big thing, don't forget to enjoy the show. Washrooms available there. From the entrance it is left, you can use them. Now let me tell the mission of the Toastmaster Club. The mission of the Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutual positive learning environment which support the members to gain their leadership and communication, which support to increase their self-confidence and a personal growth. People may forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So make others happy and respect others. They will never forget their in your life. Further ado, I would like to hand over this stage to a person who is Toastmaster of the Year and also the current president for the Vellore Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Kaushik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sathya, for laying down the ground rules. Ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. As president of Vellore Toastmaster Club, I would like to welcome you all, my fellow Toastmasters, wonderful guests in the audience, and a special welcome to our education speaker for coming all the way from Chennai. Thank you, sir. I welcome you all to Vellore Toastmasters Club's meeting number 159. So, Vellore Toastmasters Club is actually part of Toastmasters International. So, it's not limited to just this place. So, this is a place where people come to learn how to speak. And we do this by taking roles in a meeting and giving speeches in a meeting. So, we learn by doing, which is the best form of learning. And when people come, they have a small misconception that this is a school or some class or an institution. No. This is a community of people from different fields. We have business people, we have medical professionals from both the clinical side as well as administrative side, psychologists and as well as artists. So people from different fields coming on a Sunday just to learn how to speak better. And so we take this learning as well as the confidence, move to our careers and ace it over. That is what Toastmasters is all about. So, without any further delay, we have a couple of wonderful guests with us. So we could request a small introduction. You could state your name, where you're from, and how you got to know about Toastmasters as well as what you're trying to learn. Just a small request, let's keep it within 20 seconds because we have a time limit. So, could we start with you, sir?
Happy afternoon to all. This is Sathya from Sathya. I came to know Toastmasters through Facebook, WhatsApp. It's not a sponsor, I don't know. Through Toastmasters, I would like to become a speaker. That's why I joined here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we have a small introduction?
Good evening, everyone. I'm from Kavita, as well her my husband. I joined her.
Good afternoon. My name is Karthik. I am from Vellore, business behind Krishnanagar. I had participated in Toastmaster in Muscat in 2013, only for a few days, and I thought I'll pick it up again just to learn the ropes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Abida Shah. I'm an edupreneur and I help people, those who are slow learners and learning disability. Thank you.
Yeah, and my name is Suresh. I just came from San Diego. So I saw it to social media. I just came to here to gain more confidence.
Thank you.
Toastmasters via Instagram. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So we have speakers, we have people who are in communication as well as learning and other various fields. And this is the right place to become a speaker as well as learn communication or to teach people better. So I hope you will all enjoy this particular part of today. So without any delay, let's move to the main part or something that we've been waiting for, which is the educational session. So it is actually hosted by a person who's very humble. He's standing at the base, sitting at the back and saying, don't tell. So he's actually a district champion in international speech contest. District meaning Tamil Nadu region. And he specially told us, please don't mark my achievements in the poster or when you're speaking. But we had to. Thank you. And he's a Toastmaster, and today he's completing his 3,651 days in Toastmasters. That's a decade. And he's so into Toastmasters that he says he was born and brought up in a Toastmaster club. So, without any further delay, gentlemen, ladies, Toastmaster Sathya Jayaraman.
So it's tomorrow actually. I'm completing almost a decade in Toastmasters. And before I start anything specific about how to deliver a speech, an engaging speech, I wanted to say a few things about this particular club. I heard from my mentor, who happens to be the division director for all the guest division director is someone who manages many other clubs. So he is responsible to make sure all the clubs are operating well and they are being used in a very good manner. So he happens to be my mentor and my good friend. Yes, then. Ma'am, if it's okay, you can come here. Thank you. So he said that this club had some challenges with respect to membership. They are just 8 or 9. And right now, if you go and see Sathya, you can see a lot of members there, 20 plus. It was not that easy for them. So I think this club has able leaders, great contestants whom I have seen contesting the recent contest as well. Bharat has represented your club in division contest. It was so fabulous that day, and immediately after the contest, he was asking feedback from everybody. And that's the sort of improvement area that he was looking out for. He was not satisfied with whatever that he gave, though it was brilliant. But then he was always looking out for some improvements. And he was constantly begging members to ask for feedback. And then he wanted to constantly improve. That's the spirit that he had. And when you take Ma'am Carolyn, who was the contest master for that particular day, which means she will be the one who will be hosting the contestants, like calling one by one and declaring the contestant name along with the title, and then welcoming them to speak. So for the first time, I've seen somebody sitting and doing that job. Usually, a person will stand and then the speaker walks over, they will do a handshake and then they will go and sit. But this person was sitting that particular day. It seemed so odd to everybody. And post the contest, I went to my mentor, again, Mr. Sriram, who happens to be the division director, and I asked him, what was the reason behind? Because I'm sure there was a reason. I asked what the reason behind, and he said that she had a back ache, because of which she could not stand, but still she doesn't want to give up this particular role. She was committed to it. That's the reason I said, sit and do it, ma'am. So this is the commitment level these club members have. I think I'm privileged to stand here and speak in such a club. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Right, can I have slides? Oh, you're late. Okay, all those who are members, can someone tell me why did you join Toastmasters? There could be several reasons. Now, before you tell me that answer, I will tell you why I joined Toastmasters. It's something that will never come across you. You could have come across, but it's a strange reason, a weird reason to vent out myself. I want a place where I can vent out. Nobody can interrupt me for at least 7 minutes, because it's a maximum time a speaker can speak. Beyond which again nobody will ask you to come back and sit, but then audience may lose interest beyond 7 minutes. So up to 7 minutes, there is absolutely no restriction for you. You can talk anything. And today, I'm privileged to talk even more than 20-25 minutes. Nobody can stop me because this is 30 minutes that is allocated for me. Now, why did you join Toastmasters? Let me hear one or two answers. Any one member, if not Bharat or the president or cabinet, maybe some other person. Anyone who newly joined the club now. So you can sit and answer.
Yeah. Sometimes, when you're on the stage or something, we would have things in our mind, but we couldn't get the proper words, that tension, and that you don't get the right words to express ourselves. True. Yeah, it's like being numb, so that prompted me so that I could develop some.
You are being very straight from your heart. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Tweaking one's existing performance. Refinement.
Refinement from what you are. Okay. So it's a continuous learning. That's what you
From the
are.
existing position.
Sir, I didn't get your name.
Madhu Balaji.
Madhu Balaji. So Madhu Balaji, that was even my first experience with Toastmasters. I still remember my table topic. The day also, 26th of February 2014. I went to the Toastmasters meeting for the first time, and the table topic master was on the stage, and he said that somebody is entering the hall, please come here. I was like clueless. Why are they calling me? And then he said, sir, I will give you a topic. You got to speak about the particular topic for a period of 1 to 2 minutes. Just 1 to 2 minutes, give it a shot. And that topic was, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. I wanted to the stage, I thought for 15 seconds, I somehow spoke for 1 minute, I came back, and then I realized I could have done that better. Why did I speak like that? It was such a horrible performance. And then 10 minutes passed by, then I realized I have a fascinating story to attach to that particular topic. Why didn't it did not strike my mind? Yeah, after 10 minutes. And then after 13 minutes, I thought I could have been a champion there. After 13 minutes. And then I went to that person and said, you know what, give me one more chance. No, Sathya, it doesn't work in that way. I'll tell you what, if I give you a new topic, again you will fumble. That's okay, because this is the one and only platform in this world, I'm telling you repeatedly again, one and only platform in this world where you can come, fail, keep failing only to learn. Keep failing only to learn. Even if you fumble here, flunk as many times, when you go back and sit, there are people to clap for you. And you don't find it odd because they are there to encourage you. It's not that school or college days where when a speaker is so boring on the stage, when you start clapping, they'll come back. They'll feel like it's my time to go back. Oh. It's my time to go back, right? It's not that way. This is such a welcoming environment. You will feel so blessed. And then you will start thinking about how can I engage with the audience in a better way. Let me not bother about failing on the stage. But my goal is only to deliver a very engaging speech. You would have an idea if you want to change the opinion of someone. Now, I did not believe that my opinion would bring in a change in people's mind. There was this contest in 2016, International Speech Contest. I was in the 3rd level. I was competing with so-called Jambowans of District 120 who were there for more than a decade. I was a kid that time in Toastmasters. But then I went there to enjoy myself, to make sure that at least one person would remember my speech. So I was venting out, as I said, the primary reason for me to join Toastmasters was to vent out my thoughts and feelings. I had this in my mind, which I have encountered in my real life. Once I was going in a two-wheeler in Tambaram. In front of me, Maruti Suzuki car. A kid was playing, looking at me. She was waving the hands. Maybe around 2 or 3 years old. She was waving hands and I was also doing like this. And all of a sudden there was an old lady who was crossing the median. She jumped and crossed the median. The car had hit the old lady. And he did not stop. Unfortunately, I along with few other members had to stop because the old lady was lying before me. And then we took her out to the other corner of the road and we gave her some air to breathe. And and you should not give water because when somebody is bleeding, you are not supposed to give them water. So these are all something that I've heard there. And the police have arrived. They have asked me what happened and how did this happen, etc., etc. And one of the persons in the crowd said, "Sir, this guy has seen the car plate number, so he knows the man who has hit me." When the police asked me, I was like thinking whether should I say it or not, because the only thing came to my mind was the kid who was wearing the hat. I was emotionally attached to that kid. And then I realized, who was the person supposed to be blamed in that particular point? Whose mistake was that? These many thoughts were running in my mind. If you put the emotional things out and see that incident, that is not the right way to cross the medium. Had the same thing happened in US or any other country, there will not be any actions against the driver. Simple as that. Those who have been to US or any other European country will know the fact. But in India it's different. When someone hits someone, you are at risk. You are supposed to get penalized, irrespective of whatever the rules say, because we are more prone to emotions. Now I converted that into a speech. For your information, that day I said to the police that I didn't do the car plate number. My friends were accusing me that I did a blunder, but then I told them that, you know what, he was as per the rules. He was not speeding. He was well in control, 40 kilometers per hour, which is the speed limit defined for that particular road. So I believe that he was not at fault. Maybe, yes, he could have stopped, but then he would have realized 1,000 things in his mind, his family, and he would have worried. Yes, that is a mistake. At least for courtesy, he should have stopped. There is absolutely no second thoughts on that. But he was not at mistake. I was sure about it. When I delivered this speech, it came from my heart because that is something I witnessed it. That is something I felt it. After a week, I did not win that contest. I was not even placed in top 3. After a week, I received an email from one person saying that Sathya, the same thing happened today, and I convinced everyone around me with what you said in your speech. I didn't know who was that person was. He was one among in the 300 crowd. Somehow he contacted the organizers and he emailed me. That one email saying thank you so much for that speech made sure that I am going to contest for it. That one email, and that's the day I realized power of giving a speech from your heart, power of engaging speech, how you can convince the audience with the facts, how you can make them understand your points, how you can deliver it effectively. The most prominent thing here is that you will have to feel what you write, and then you can deliver the speech so easily and engaging. So let me take you through the slides. So this is something that I did spectacular. He was asking for a speech topic. I was not prepared for a topic. I know what I'm going to speak for, but then I'm someone who gives so much of importance to speech title as well. So I want to have a nice title for this. So I was asking my son to give a nice topic. Give me a topic for my session that should be spectacular. He said, spectacular. How about this? And then I looked at, oh my goodness, that was nice. Okay, I'll go with that. So that's how the title came in picture. So let me go to the next one. Okay. This was the first one. Okay. So how many of you love WhatsApp and Facebook? Anyone who doesn't like? Why? Well, let me hear from HR. I'm a corporate guy, so I won't be boring. Ma'am, please sit, please sit.
Sometimes I feel that it is necessary, but sometimes I feel that it is unnecessary, because if I contact a person asking whether they are interested in particular job, they will contact me for almost 2 months to know what is the update of the profile, and I get so many spams on WhatsApp. Somehow it became personally WhatsApp is a personal thing, but now it is not. So everything connects with the WhatsApp. Everything we are getting on the WhatsApp, not just mail or not just SMS. So everything in WhatsApp.
There is an easy solution for it. Have 2 numbers, one for
So
professional
sometimes
life.
I hate it.
Okay, I get you. What about you? That's a surprising one from the president of this club.
I'm just old school. I prefer face to face.
I like that answer. Old school. But you know what? For all those who doesn't like and for all those who love being on WhatsApp and Facebook, this is the fantastic source for you for speech ideas. Speech ideas, okay? But use it effectively. Don't spend too much time on it. I'll tell you what, whenever I'm running out of ideas, particularly, you will have one-liner in your idea. Okay, I'm going to give a topic about, let's say, how to drive a vehicle. Okay, but I don't know what are the sub-points that I'm going to talk. So what I will do is, purposefully in my school WhatsApp group, I will initiate a discussion. What do you think about vehicle, a four-wheeler vehicle? All those who are driving. One person will ask, why is this question? The other person will say, he is asking something, let's engage. If you have points, do it. So I will get varying opinions. One person will say totally different point. Other person will comment on that particular point and say, no, it's not like that. And that will give you so many ideas. So this is one crooked way, of course, of getting an idea for your topic. So always serve Facebook and WhatsApp. See what are all the comments, reply for the main subject. That will instigate something in you. That will give you an idea. So use only for this one. I am not advertising Facebook or WhatsApp here. Please get me right. Just look into the response from members to get speech ideas. You can build speech and it will help you with a lot of points. Varying opinions matters a lot. When you go onto the stage and speak, it's not just your personal opinion. When you have your personal opinion, you will have to have facts. You will have to present it in a way that you can convince everybody. Once you get out of the stage, no one should come and tell you that that was a blunder, man. You know what, I can counter it. Nobody should have that point. You should convince them in a way that you are right on the stage. What's your story? You go and ask any Toastmasters in Tamil Nadu or anywhere around the globe, they will always tell you, go with personal stories in your speech. If you just rewind back in your life, take one particular subject, you will have a personal story about it. Inspiration, if I say this word, can you just rewind in your life and think of someone who inspired you? Your dad and mom is there at home, your grandfather and grandmother. If you are too old, maybe your kids as well. You never know. At least one person, your teacher, friend of you, definitely one person for that inspiration topic, right? Motivation, definitely somebody. 100%. Entertainment, come on. So many, is it not? Humor, 100%. Exams, what better topic you want? You would have come across this exams, right? So there are a lot of topics in your life itself. If you go with your personal story, it's so easy for you to deliver. If you go with an informative subject, you got to prepare so much. You got to collect the sources from where you're picking the information, and then you'll have to convince the audience. Right? A doctor can come and speak about health. You will agree on that because they are professionals. Right? A dentist can come and talk about something related to tooth. You will accept it. Okay? Similar way, when you are giving an informative speech, you will have to grab these facts and make the audience to get convinced that yes, he is the right person, whatever he says is right. That sort of an information that you will have to collect. And if it is a personal story, it is your story. Nobody is going to question it. Only thing is you have to attach that message correctly with a personal story. That's why always everyone says, go with a personal story. That's very easy for you to connect with the audience. When you say about you, I will lean forward and listen to you. What did happen? What is that incident that happened in your life? How did it change you? Right? So it's so easy to connect with the audience. Can someone tell me who is this? The right answers will have a club fee waiver with the permission of President. I'm sorry?
A model.
Don't give me this. What do you call that sort of an answer? But I want the name or at least someone closer to the.
She looks like a old actress.
No, it is not that she looks like she's a model. Be very precise.
She danced in Bahubali movie. Yeah, no? Her name I forgot.
Close sisters
Yeah,
of friends.
that's
No, but
three heroes.
you were close.
Yeah.
You were close. No one knew? No one knows it?
Looks like Katrina Kaif.
No, no.
Sir, you can take the front seat. Anyone who don't know who is this? Let me ask this way. So the previous slide, no one knows who she was. And this slide, everyone knows who is this. Don't give me a surprise by raising your hand saying that, no, I don't know. At least if not you are, the movies actor, you would know that she is like that. Simple as that. What I'm coming to say here is, know your audience. If you want to connect with them, if I talk about that first lady, you will never understand anything. First, I will have to establish who is she, what is she doing, what is her profession, why am I talking about her, and then I will have to come to the main subject of what is that I am going to deliver today. So it takes at least 2 minutes for me to connect with you, to make you aware that who is that lady. But if I have to talk about Nayanthara, I can directly go in first 15 seconds. You are already connected with the subject. You know Nayanthara. So know to whom you are addressing the speech to, right? If I go and address school children, I know there are only 4 or 5 subjects that I will talk about. When I go and present a speech to college, that is, I know what are the subjects that I have to talk. You will have to tell them about what is the outside world waiting for you to come. I mean, what are the things that you want to improve? When you come out of college, what is that world expects from you? So they will be more interested to listen to all this. I cannot go there and talk about something related to my IT subject, cloud architect, this, that, and all those stuff. They will be really good. So know who the audiences are and then think about that particular subject, then speak. It has to be relevant. Toastmasters know this. Okay, any non-Toastmasters, it's very difficult because he's the world champion in public speaking. First time he became the second place winner, and then the following year he did not compete, and then in 2018 he became the winner. The reason why I have this guy here is your speech actually starts from the title, not from the time when you come onto the stage and speak. So title is so very important for a speech. And this guy's speech was all about, just because you speak so much, it does not guarantee that audience will remember you. That was the premise of his speech. Just because you speak so much, it does not guarantee that audience will remember you. And for that, the title is 58 words. He kept the title as 58 words. Somebody who is announcing him, his name is Aaron Beverly, and then the speech title. And he read the title for almost 2 minutes. And the audience started clapping because they never heard such a title. And then he came and began his speech like, can any one of you in this room repeat the title? Again, audience started laughing. And then he directly came to the message. That speaks so much. Just because you speak so much does not mean that anyone would remember it. And then he went on to his personal stories and he ended by saying that speak in a very concise way. Do not speak so much. Speak in a way you will be remembered. That's it. So what I'm saying here is title also matters for a speech. Title is not just a title for a speech. Title also matters. Opening of a speech. There are a lot of ways to open your speech, but it has to be very engaging. What I mean here is, when you grab the audience attention is the first 30 seconds or 45 seconds, the remaining 5 minutes they will pay attention to you. First 30 seconds itself they will decide, should I pay attention to this guy or not? Simple. So you can start off with some fascinating fact that someone is not aware of. Just like some strange example, like you cannot lick your elbow. At least one in the crowd will try it. It is true that you cannot lick your elbow.
Okay. So if you present such a fact and start your speech, it becomes very attractive. Wow. And then they will start listening to you. Why? Why is he talking about it? Or you can go really fast. One of them tried this, like mutual funds ad. Right? You can't understand, you can't follow it that easily. And then they'll say, why is he speaking so fast? Just to get the attention. Or you can use prop as well. So the first 30 seconds is really, really important. You don't come here and introduce yourself. You are already introduced by the person who called you. So don't come here and say, hi, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm here to talk about more. Don't do that. Think of something else. Utilize that 7 minutes on the stage effectively. Don't come and introduce yourself. Don't come and say that thank you so much for the opportunity and all those. And then comes the body. There are a lot of ways to organize your speech. Why to organize your speech? You can just go and deliver your speech. Right? What is the purpose of organizing? To make people remember your speech, as simple as that. So there are a lot of ways, but I picked up only the top 5 chronological, which means you go in a chronological order. Start from the time 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, what had happened, to 2020, what had happened. So that after we go and sit, I will remember, okay, he spoke about something happened in 1980. Yes, something happened. And you're giving basically a thread to connect to your speech. And spatial means how physically things fit. For example, if you come into this room, I saw few chairs in the first part of the room. And then when I came inside the room, I saw few more chairs here. And then when I came here, I saw the monitor. So I'm talking about 3 segments of this room, right? And topical, there will be a main subject and there will be subtopics. Going to gym. What is the purpose of going to gym? To be healthy, to stay fit, right? So you will talk about some sub-points, whereas everything is connected to one main point. That's topical way of organization. Cause and effect, why it happened, what had happened because of that. So why Corona came, and then what had happened after Corona came. And problem and solution. Again, it's straightforward. You state a problem and then give a solution for it. So these are the ways to organize your speech, and the purpose of organization is to make people remember your speech, as simple as that. Again, conclusion. So when you go back, again, don't say thank you, don't say anything like that, because even that 30 seconds or 45 seconds matters so much. Give a call for action. You know why I'm delivering this speech to the audience. Right? Give an action. So when I did that particular speech, coming back to that old thread of accident speech, just when I left the stage, my last few words were, next time when you see an accident, you know what to do. That's it. I walked away. That is one conclusion which will make people to remember your speech. Right? So give a call for action for them to think about, to ponder about what you spoke. Who's this guy?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. So he gave a speech about malaria. Okay, what are the problems? Why malaria comes? Who is responsible for it? So he came up with a prop, an interesting prop. He had a mosquito inside a bottle. Literally mosquitoes inside the bottle. He came there. He kept his prop, and then he said, "I'm going to release few mosquitoes inside the hall. If it's going to bite you, just bear it, because I want you to understand what will happen." And then he opened the box. This is an excellent way to use a prop in your speech. It has to make sense. He spoke for 20 minutes. Whether people remember all the points he spoke, whether people remembered his body language or voice modulation, they remembered this prop. Everyone knows that day he came up with a bottle of mosquitoes. Yeah, his speech was about malaria. That's how he made his speech to remember. Usage of prop matters a lot. It has to make a sense as well for your speech. So think of some prop for your speech. Now, concise writing. I remember this one line, it disturbed me so much. There was one person who was talking about how he surprised his dad by booking a first-time flight ticket. Okay, he wants to surprise his dad. So what he did was he booked the flight ticket and he told him that I booked the train tickets, I'll drop you to railway station. So he was going along with his dad. He entered the airport and his dad asked him, "Why here?" And then he said, "Dad, surprise." And then he boarded the flight. He did not utter a word. And then he landed in Chennai. He did not utter a word. And then just before the exit of the airport, he held his hand very tight, and then he left. So he was so emotionally attached to the speech, and he said that when he held my hand, I understood that he was thanking me for everything that I did. And in between, he was talking about his dad's struggles, how he struggled during his young days. And he used this line. He drank his lunch. I was the grammarian for that particular meeting. He said he drank his lunch. I thought it's a pathetic grammar. Such a person who is giving an emotional speech, such an engaging speech, is using this grammar. I can't believe this. I made a note of it saying that it is a wrong sentence. I will probably tell him later. Then his evaluator came onto the stage. He was an experienced guy. And he said that, "Hey man, I was so disturbed with that line. He drank his lunch." That one line says how much your dad struggled even for food. So he drank his lunch, means he literally filled the stomach, tummy with liquid. Just 3 cups or 4 cups of water. And that one line is more than enough to concise everything that he went through. And what an amazing line that was. I covered my face that day. It's such a simple thing. I could not get it. I couldn't grab it. After the meeting, I went up to him and said, "I will never forget this line. He drank his lunch. His grammatically may sound wrong, but in that particular aspect, it made lot of sense." It happened almost 7 years back. I still remember it because I was so disturbed by that. Now, what I'm saying this here is, when you have that concise thing in your speech, you are tend to disturb people. Don't take your points in 3 or 4 lines. Compress it. You don't need those fillers. You can always compress those 4-liner ideas to one single line. Now, this is how to interact with the audience in your speech. When you are delivering a 7-minute speech, it is impossible to keep interacting with them. Either you can ask questions, "Hey, show of hands, who are all interested?" Something like that, and they will raise your hand. They will raise their hands. Sorry. But what is the other ways of doing it? Maybe you can pose rhetorical questions for which you don't need an answer. But when you ask such a thing, for example, I would say, "How many of you guys are surprised your dad?" Can you remember that moment? Now, there is something going in your mind, right? You are thinking about your dad. Did I surprise my dad? Oh no, I didn't do it. So you are answering to that questions. You are not raising your hand and answering me, but you are talking to yourself. You are answering to yourself. So engage with the audience in the way, rhetorical, by asking rhetorical questions. Give them some questions for them to ask, why I didn't do this in my life, and then get an answer. They don't need to speak, they don't need to respond to you, but when you pose such questions, they will be walking along with you in your speech. They will be traveling along with you in your speech. That's the best part of it. Who's this? What's up? Hey, this is very famous person. No, I'm not joking, I'm serious. So just because I came up with that lady picture, don't think that all the time I'm weird. This is Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, okay? Now, obviously, I cannot put that so-called picture, just like how we have one solid picture for Kapil Dev. But this guy lost in a lookalike contest. Have you read about it? So there was a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest that was happening in France. And he walked nearby that and he came to know that there is a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest and he was laughing at it. And he thought, okay, I will also participate. I will not tell anyone. So he went inside and he participated. And guess what? He came third. He couldn't digest. After the meeting, he went and said, I'm saying meeting. All the time I'm thinking about those masters. After that event, he went and told them, hey, I'm the real Charlie Chaplin. And everybody was again laughing at him. Come on, sir, that's okay. Next time we can win. And then he convinced, hey, I'm the real Charlie Chaplin, man. And the assistant of him came there and he said, no, he's the real champion. And he was there for a shoot. And he came here after knowing that there is a lookalike contest. And then everybody was shocked. Why did he lose? It was a challenge on the locally contest. Why did he lose? The person who came first and second practiced so much. In a way they can beat the real person. Practicing for your speech matters a lot. That's all I wanted to hint here. Pacing your speech. This is my last slide. Taiwan is fed up with me. He is not having any records beyond that. So pacing your speech, you should know where to pause. You should know where to go in a high volume. You should know where to go in a low volume. Right? Stopping, raising your volume, lowering your volume, everything matters in a speech. When you're talking emotionally, when you're hitting sentimentally, you will have to speak in a lower volume, you will have to speak slowly. Because you are hitting them hard with your words. Go slow. When you're angry, speak in a high volume. Anger comes in high volume. Nobody is that nice to speak in low volume, right? So you should know where you will have to vary the volumes. Just like an ECG, they say, right? When the ECG graph goes high and low, only then there is a life. So when your speech has this high volume and low volume, only then there is a life for the speech. Otherwise it will be monotonous, people will lose interest. Simple as that. Now let's go into the interesting part. Any questions? Timer is happy. Yes, sir.
Charlie Chaplin slide you mentioned code GOA.
Oh, okay, the greatest of all time.
Oh, okay.
To me, he is one of the greatest because he is one person who initiated that silent move without any dialogues. Just with the body language, he can make sure that audience grab it. That's very difficult actually. So just that I wanted to promote it. Greatest of all time. Glad that you get out of it, so thank you. Any other questions or anything you want to share?
Whenever we start a speech, there will be a lot of hesitation and you don't get the fluency at the start of the speech. And as time goes by, you gain the momentum and you're very comfortable on the stage. How to get it right at the start?
You will have to rehearse with your mentors. Simple as that. First thing. You cannot come there just because it's your subject, it's your personal story. Because when you speak like this, it's so easy. The moment you turn and see the faces, you go blank. I still remember my first icebreaker speech. In Toastmasters, we have this icebreaker speech as the first speech. That's because when you speak about yourself, when you introduce about yourself, it's very easy. So I prepared so much. I went there with so much of confidence. I was sitting in the last row. There were about 35 to 40 members. Super confident until I went to the stage. The moment I turned and looked at the audience face, I forgot my first line. And then one person said, "If you have notes, refer." I did not carry notes because I thought I can do well on the stage. And then one person who was my mentor helped me with my first line. And then I picked up from there. I flunked 3 times. I felt ashamed of myself. And then I realized what is the power of practice. So you can practice in front of a mirror or you can practice at home by making your spouse to listen to a lot of stories. That's the easiest way. But make sure that you don't have anything against her. Otherwise you will have to correct it. But yeah, it comes from practice and there are a lot of ways to practice. It's okay if you flunk at the first go, that's fine. It has to happen here. That's why this platform is welcoming you for that. So it's okay, but practice is definitely there. And there is also this technique they say. Before you come, always keep saying that first line. Keep saying that first line. Few times, at least for the first 5 or 6 speeches. When you're sitting there, when you're about to get called, always keep saying that first line so that when you go there, when you say the first line, automatically the second line will come following that. So these are the 2 things that they say. Practice, it definitely comes by practice, and it's okay even if you flunk. Secondly, you can just repeat that first line, and when you go there, you know what is the second line because your brain automatically ties to that. Any further question? I thought you were going to ask question.
How do you maintain the sequence? Like articulating one after the other. Sometimes we miss the sequence. We might shoot to the third one instead of the second.
That happens. One paragraph you will totally forget.
Yeah.
You will go happily and say, okay, I've done the speech. Okay, finally I did it. So this is the second phase of that. First phase happens like you totally forget when you go on to the stage. Second phase is like, okay, I need to prepare. But you are over enthusiastic, you will deliver, you will practice so much in a way that in between one paragraph you will totally forget. When you come and sit, only your mentor knows that. He will look at you. You will not understand, why is he not giving feedback to me? But hang on a second. My speech was supposed to come until red. Why did green card come? After that I did not see the yellow card. Then someone will come and say, no, on the stage you will tend to go a little fast. So that's okay. But then 1.5 minutes? I can't believe this. Only then we will go back and analyze. I totally forgot this paragraph. Why? Over enthusiasm. That happens because you are overconfident, over enthusiastic. Definitely it will happen. Again, you will have to take a pause whenever the transition comes. Right? You will have the first paragraph opening, and then when you are moving, you know that okay, this is where I am. So when you practice in such a way, giving a pause for that particular point, when you move, you know that okay, my next line is there. So you probably, I'm sure that you will attach some body language or the tonal things to each and every word. So to each and every word, exactly. When everything is aligning, right, definitely it will not leave you. That is the most prominent part here. Main thing is pauses. When you know where to pause, where to proceed, you will not forget it. If you go in a super fast way, like an express, for sure it will happen. Yes. Okay, I think we are running out of time. If you have any last questions, last question. Yes, sir.
How many times we can practice before delivering a speech?
How many times you will have to practice before delivering a speech, any speech? Okay, you are a member of this group?
Yes.
Okay, how many speeches you have delivered so far?
So far, I delivered 2 speeches.
Delivered 2 speeches. I'll tell you what I do. Okay, in the contest, I'll go with the contest itself because that is where everyone wants to be. Because that's the place where you can learn so much. I practice my speech and deliver it, and I record it. Okay, let's say it comes around 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Second time, if I record it, the timing would be somewhere 6 minutes 45 seconds or 6 minutes 50 seconds. I will not get satisfied because 15 seconds lapse, right? Go for the third time, and then I'll frequently go until I hit a point where there is only a 5-second gap. That's where I'm feeling confident. Okay, I know when the green card will come, I know when the amber card will come, I know when my red card will come. Until that point, I will not be confident. This is something, a framework that I have set for me. So if I practice it to that particular point, I don't even need to see the cards. I will be very confident that it will be 7 minutes and 5 seconds. That's why even in my evaluations, I always make sure that I am completing within time. Because I know when the green card is up, what should I say? When the yellow card is up, what should I say? And when I should conclude when the red card is up. So when you practice it, make sure that your time gap is not more than 5 seconds, which means you are pitch perfect. Absolutely fine to go onto the stage. Until then, it is up to you how you want to manage the stage. Maybe you will forget one time, take a long pause, so-called pregnant pause they say. Long pause, and then you will start realizing the essence of practice. So the time gap of 5 seconds is what I do. Okay, if no other further questions, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's really a pleasure coming here. He said all the way from Chennai, but I did not realize it. I was always enthusiastic to come over there, here and speak. I had 2 opportunities before, unfortunately, some personal reasons I could not make it. But thanks to Bharat, he gave me one more opportunity. This time I did not lose it, I am here. And next week I think this club is celebrating the completion of 6 years in Toastmasters, if I'm right. 3rd of March. Yes. 2nd of March. 2nd March. 2nd March. So best wishes completing 6 years. I think next week there will be even more crowd here to celebrate the 6 years of Vellore Toastmasters Club. Best wishes to everybody. Back to the Toastmaster of the day. Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much. Just a moment, we on stage. I request Toastmaster Bharat to join us because we have a small token of appreciation. Because not just all the way from Chennai, it's the thing that those roads are really horrible, right? That's only good actually. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Bharat. thank you. Because a speech on how to speak is very important right now, because all our members are all over different parts of Toastmasters in attending different meetings because they want to attend the ISC contest. So I was attending a meeting, there was another Toastmaster from my own club doing the same meeting. So thank you, sir, that's the right spot. So the next part of today's meeting will be taken care by the Toastmaster of the day. And this person is a very new Toastmaster, but yet she's young, she's very sharp and smart. She's an engineer as well as an artist. So help me welcome Toastmaster Preetika, the Toastmaster of the day.
Good evening, everybody.
Good
What
evening.
is the one thing all 8.1 billion people in the world are chasing after?
Money, happiness.
Yeah, money is our intermediate thing, but what is our end goal?
Happiness.
We want to be happy, right? So, the theme of today is well-being. The simplest definition of well-being is the state of being happy and healthy. First, let's talk about happiness. How many of you here are happy? Some people are not happy, I think. So, why are you happy? Yeah.
I just had biryani before coming, so it's pretty good.
Any others? Why are you happy?
We don't need any reason to be
You are, I think, you are like a monk. You are- Anybody else? Very happy today.
I happened to join Toastmaster today after 1.5 months. He was keep on reminding me, and finally I got the opportunity to join today, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's nice. More than 200 universities, including Cambridge, making research to study happiness. Yet happiness is less understood and very subjective term. A cup of coffee can make you happy. A right pair of shoes can make you happy. A well-spent evening can make you happy. A good movie, a Toastmasters meeting. It is very simple to attain, yet it is complicated, isn't it? And many people link happiness with money and travel. How many of you think money and traveling will give you happiness? Few people think it. But according to science, money will make you happy only if you are suffering to meet your end needs. Beyond that, it is just a factor. If you are working for a very long time, a pay rise will not give you much happiness like the first pay rise that you might have received. We'll look at the World Happiness Report. Finland is the most happiest country in the world, and most of the northern countries like Norway, they are happy. They are in the top 10. What is common between them? I'll just list it out. They have life satisfaction, social support, freedom to make life choices, and lack of corruption. There is a country called Costa Rica. It is 16th happiest country in the world. Its government abolished military in 1948. They spent 8% of their GDP to education and health. All the top universities in the country is government funded. So people don't have to worry about it. And many top countries who rank in the top list in terms of happiness, they have government policies. They have a well-being budget in New Zealand, which is the 10th happiest country. And once Bhutan King told, gross national happiness is much more than the gross domestic product. And anybody could guess where India stands?
116.
In 2023, India stands at 126.
Out of?
Out
40 something. So we are almost in the bottom few. So how can we improve? What are there are 6 metrics in which they measure happiness that can improve happiness. Those 6 are income, life expectancy, social support, freedom, trust, and generosity. Why do we need happiness? Why do government should do something about it? Because that will help improve the well-being of the society. Most of the terrorists are from very poor family, like unhappy families. And happy worker is a better worker. He is more 10% more productive worker. And as I said before, as you all said, if biryani could make you happy, anything could make you happy. Happiness is personal and it's unique and it is out there for everybody. For the benefits of guests, now I'll be explaining you how a Toastmaster meeting works. We have 3 segments. The first one is the prepared speech, where registered Toastmasters, according to their projects and level, will be delivering speech. The second is the most fun part, which is table topic, where guests can participate. But today, unfortunately, due to some time constraints, we don't have that session, and I'm sorry about it. The third one is very important, the evaluation. Because we need somebody to give feedback and push us, right, to move forward. That's why evaluation part is more important. Now, I'll be handing over the session to one of the smartest person in the room, who always inspired me with his intelligence. It's none other than the bright, brilliant general evaluator, Toastmaster Monish.
Thank you, Toastmaster, on the lead. So I'll be playing as the general evaluator for today. And a role of a general evaluator is to provide an overall feedback of the meeting. And I will not be doing that work alone. I will have a tag team with me to do that job. And before that, I'd like to introduce a general etiquette of the meeting. So I want everybody who comes on stage to follow these etiquettes. The first etiquette is to shake hands. Before letting you know those etiquettes, why do we need to follow these things? Anyone want to write? Why we need to follow the etiquettes?
To have a standard meeting code.
Yeah, straightforward. To have the standardized form of conducting anything. So, yeah, the first thing is to shake hands. Whenever you come on stage or leave the stage, you have to shake hands with the person who comes next to you. The second thing is handing over the stage. While handing over the stage, you have to say, over to you. That is the second thing. And third thing is, whenever you call name, so in Toastmasters, we have people who is elder than us as well as younger than us. To give that standardized form, we have Toastmaster. And Toastmaster is nothing but who is a member of Toastmasters. So, when you call that person, instead of calling their name or maybe using sir or ma'am, you can just say Toastmaster. Toastmaster Jessica, Toastmaster Kaushik. Right? That is the third etiquette. The fourth one is greeting. Whenever you come on stage for the first time, say thank you. So like that, she handed over the stage to me. So I greet her with thank you. And these are the 4 etiquettes I would like to have everybody who comes on the stage and to be followed. So as I stated before, it's the time to introduce the tag team. And the first tag team member is timer, and today's timer role will be played by Toastmaster Sathya. And I'm handing over the stage to Toastmaster.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Santosh. I'm playing the role of timer today. In this timer role, I am maintaining the time for every segment. I'm maintaining the times. For the prepared speech, the time limit for 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll show green card. At 6 minutes, I'll show yellow card. And 7 minutes, I'll show red card. For the speaker evaluator, the time limit for 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green card in 2 minutes. Yellow card in 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card in 3 minutes. And hand over the stage to general evaluator.
Thank you, time out. And it's time for the next team player. The next team player is our counter. And today's role will be played by Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Manish. So today my role is our counsel. So I'm going to give explicit information about the R counter. So the purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as such or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. I will also listen for filler words including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. So at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. So thank you, Toastmaster Manish.
Thank you, our counter. Now it's time for the next acting player, and it will be grammarian. Today's role will be played by Toastmaster Kalaimu.
Good evening, everyone. Dear Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster, my name is Best. So today I will be the grammarian. As a grammarian, I have two responsibilities. Number one, I will pay attention each speaker about the communication and the word usage, language usage. Number two, I will note it down each and every some smaller mistake and good usage of the words. For example, quotation, famous sayings and everything. And finally, third responsibility is about word of the day. So I would like to introduce a new word, that is explict. Explict means clear, to be clear. That is the meaning of explict. So in Tamil, Velipadayana, I would say in Tamil also, Velipadayana. For example, I will say an example. The speaker intention were not made explicit. So that is an example. So today I have one more tips for you. Tips for the day is tense. I think you are a baby, so you are in school children. I think you studied about tense, isn't it? Yeah. I have a question for you. How many tense are there in English and what are they?
Basically, 3 tenses are there.
Yes, you are right.
And further, if you are having the next parts, we have totally one.
Yes. So let us give a big round of applause for the test. Basically, we have 3 type of tense. 3 into divided 4, 3 into 4, 12 tense. So what are the 12s? I am going to read out. If possible, I will say one example, but we have some certain time limit. So first one is present simple. I have a car, for example. And second one is present continued tense. You are playing a football. And third is present perfect tense. They have been there. That's example. And fourth one is present perfect continued tense. Have been living home. And fifth one, past tense, past simple. First one, I lived in Vellore. And second one, past continuous tense, I was playing, and past perfect, he had walked, and past perfect continuous tense, I have been walking, and finally future simple tense, I will come is the usage, and future continuous, I will be playing basketball, and future perfect, you will have finished, and last one, future perfect continuous tense, we will have been selling. So that's all from my side. At the end of the session, I will call upon, I will come with my report. All the best for the speaker.
Thank you, Grammarian. It was simple and expressive. And moving on to the next role, it's Newsmaster. Newsmaster is the invention of Velu Toastmaster. And today's role as a Newsmaster will be played by Toastmaster Soundararajan.
Good evening, all. I'm Sundarajan. I'm a Toastmaster, participated in Toastmaster Newsmaster. Prime Minister launched PM Suryagara Mufti Bijli Yojana, free electricity to its beneficiaries. As per the scheme, central government will provide 300 units of free electricity per month. Ravichandran Ashwin took 500 test wicket against England test match. Tamil Nadu government introduced 5 district free Wi-Fi data. Anand Ambani and Radhika Merchant pre-wedding festival. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg expected to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Newsmaster. And that wraps up the introduction of active players as well as the evaluation introduction. Now I would hand over the stage to Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing you and your tactic. Now we are starting the session. The first segment is the prepared speech. Now I will call the first speaker of the day, who has courage to crack jokes in this nerve-wracking stage, who is the cool and calm captain of the house. It's Toastmaster Pradeep. Before calling the speaker, I would like to call Speaker Evaluator, who is a creative psychologist, a wonderful baker, and a caring person of the room. It's Toastmaster Carolyn. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Pradeep, his project is Presentation Mastery. He's doing level 1 project 2. And the purpose of the speech is to learn and review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So all the best, Pradeep.
Now I would request Speaker 1 to come to the stage. Toastmaster Pradeep, sentiments or sacrifice? Sentiments or sacrifice? Toastmaster Pradeep. All the best.
I would like to start with that first word. How many of us are sentimental? No one? It's very difficult to find anyone without sentimental, you know. All these sentimental things we used to remember during festivals like Ramzan, Christmas, Diwali, and all of us will celebrate the New Year. And we do a lot of things these during festivals, like shopping, cleaning, cooking, getting together, and so goes the list down. First, absolutely the shopping will top the list. We do lots of shopping during this festival season because our merchant friends will release all the discounts and offers only in these days. And online shopping, oh my god, all these markets are in app. Amazon, Flipkart, Nykaa, Limeroad, Orange Road, so many roads are there. And we go, once upon a time we go as a family to the shopping, and we have seen so many memes on shopping. Sarana Stores provides special waiting rooms for men to wait, special playing rooms for kids. And online shopping is very tremendous. You can shop at 5 in the morning, at 12 in the night. Then comes cleaning, I think. This tremendous job will be taken care of by mothers, especially grandmothers. They will do that, and now and then they will try to disturb us. No, they will try to involve us by asking us to get up to the loft and bring down all the Chapikona things. And did you ever notice these days that detergents and syrup, scrubbers, soap oils, advertisements, colorful advertisements are numerous? All these colorful advertisements won't work. You buy them from the market and soak it, scrub it, clean it. Soak it, scrub it, clean it. Soak it, scrub it, clean it until this is SSC process. They won't help you at all. They will make you strain, but they don't give you shame. You have to use the ancient method of lime and tamarind to clean the old vessels which you never used in the past year. Now I will come to the point. Then that cooking, gathering, and tours, tomato, potato, blah blah are there. Have you ever thought of unused clothes and vessels? Have you ever thought of unused clothes and vessels? See, of course, your father-in-law may give you a t-shirt for your first wedding anniversary. That time you were young. Now you made into XXL by his daughter, that's your wife, used you as a dustbin to throw all the dishes she made in YouTube and made you look like a cube. By any means, you are not going to use the t-shirt anymore. But you are hoarding it over the years. If you give away the t-shirt, maybe you are keeping it maybe sentimentally or ornamentally. Why I use ornamentally? If you give away the t-shirt, your wife may pounce on you. So sentimentally or ornamentally, you are just keeping that. Why don't you sacrifice your sentiments and give that one t-shirt who have none? You know, when the guy wearing the t-shirt, the guy will walk like as if the world on his shoulders. And vessels, we just laughed at their higher position. You know, we clean them, wash them, soak them, scrub them, and bring them that shine back, not to keep on the dining table or put it in the kitchen to pour some water and to make some dishes. No, just to keep them safely up to their high position. Why don't we sacrifice our things, our sentiments, and give to the sidelines? My father gave me a mobile phone, not a smartphone, but a cute phone, when I scored first class in my 10th standard. After a month, I'm trying to talk to my cousin brother, but he is not reachable. Fortunately, I met him in a bus, and I asked, Anna, what happened to you? Your phone is not reachable. He said, the answer he said was moved me. He has 3 kids. One day he went to take bath and left his mobile on the charger. By the time he come back, these 3 kids took that mobile, kept it on the floor, and jumped on the floor and on the mobile from the cot and smashed it. He hadn't gone for 3 days. I saw the struggle in his face. Immediately I gave up the phone because he need mobile phone that would headmation to call him and give the work spot and work. Immediately I gave up my phone and came back. By the time I came home, my mother was like, "What happened to you? Where did you go? Your phone is not reachable." I told her the story. She was like shocked and shouted at me. What did you do? Did you realize that's your father's first gift to you? How can you do this? What will you tell to your father? I said, "Ma, you take care of that." See, the things we are keeping, unused things, are precious to so many people. So in those days itself, Kariveras Kannadasan sang with our MJR movie. Koduthadellam koduthaar, yanukaga koduthaar, varuthanuka koduthaar, illai oorukaga koduthaar. Dear friends, if you sacrifice your things, why I am using the sacrifice words? I am not asking you to help, and I am not asking you to give, because you are going to give which is very sentimental and special to you. So you can use that word, sacrifice your sentiments and give it to others, just to bring smile on their faces. So if God blesses you with financially, don't increase your style of living. Increase your style of living. Shall we?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. I hope now you all understand why did I call him cool captain. Isn't he cool?
Yes.
Thank you for making us to think by making us laugh. Can we give a big round of applause again to our Toastmaster Pradeep? Now I will call the second speaker of the day, who is known for turning his insecurities into his greatest strength. It is Toastmaster Karim. Before calling the Toastmaster speaker of the day, I'll be calling this evaluator, who is a key driver of this fellow Toastmaster club, and every Sunday he amazes everybody here with his dedication. It's none other than the Toastmaster Bharat Nandagopal. I like to call him to read the speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Well, I'm going to be the evaluator too. So my target speaker is Toastmaster Karim Jaffer. So he is an MBBS graduate. Well, he is pursuing his pathway on leadership development, and he is doing level 1 project 2. So the purpose of the project is for the member to learn the basic methods of writing a speech and to present it well organized. And the time limit for the speech is about 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Karim Jaffer, and over to you.
Now I call the speaker, Toastmaster Karim Jaffer. Toastmaster Karim, why me? Why me? Toastmaster Karim. All of us.
Have you ever, at some point in your life, started to question and ask yourself, why me, and why not nobody else? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. It was in 3rd standard when I started to realize that I was not able to speak as fluently as my other classmates. I used to think that how my other classmates are able to speak so fluently and effortlessly. Meanwhile, during speaking, I used to be so obsessed about what will the people will think of me and my stammering, and also because of that, I used to get anxious, and at some point in my life, my anxiety was so deep that I was not able to sleep in night before the speech. So because of this obsessed thinking, and also accompanied with anxiety and guilt of not able to expressing myself, even when I know the answer, I was not even bothered to improve my communication and public speaking skills, because I thought that it was way out of my league. Along the course of my journey, I was put aside because of my stammering. Like, I like to share one of my experience. In school, to become a school captain, we have to be a school topper. So I was very excited. So I worked very hard, and I was able to be a school topper. Then, unfortunately, because I was not able to speak fluently, I was not given the chance of becoming a school captain. And because of this, I started to self-pity myself. Like, I started to ask myself why I have this issue, why me? Then over the years, I realized that I was so much obsessed about thinking about what will people will think of me, rather than enjoying myself while speaking. So I started to join the Toastmasters so that I can freely express myself. In my academics, I was quite opposite. I used to enjoy the process of learning. I used to just study to gain knowledge and learn skills. So, and also I would like to participate in various quiz competition, and I would also compete and learn from it. And I was also a batch topper, and so everyone used to ask me why you are so humble despite being the topper, because I used to teach most of my batchmates, and fortunately most of my batchmates were able to pass the exam also. So I would tell them, why should I not be humble? The moment you start thinking that you are better than somebody else, you will stop learning from them. So if you are not obsessed about the outcome or your achievements, you will always remain humble, and also you will learn from them. Also, you will try to improve yourself each and every single day. So, many of my classmates used to ask me how we can excel academically. I used to tell them, don't stress much about the outcome. Like what will happen if I fail? What will I be able to pass the exam? Just focus on the process and give your 100%. We should not think about the outcome. So I have applied this second concept here to improve my public speaking skills and communication skills, rather than being this self-pity and worrying about what will the people will say about me, and also what I need. Now I would like to say why not me? So I have just accepted my stammering, and now I am trying to enjoy the process of improving my communication and public speaking skill. So not to win the public world champion, but to inspire the people so that my voice can have a powerful and meaningful impact in others people life. So to conclude, I would encourage you to look into your life and ponder upon, are you obsessed with outcome? If you are, just focus on the process and try to enjoy the process and give your 100%. Definitely the outcome will be much better and more rewarding. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karim. You always inspire us. With this, we conclude the first segment of our session today. Now we will have a short 10 minutes break and we will resume after the break. Is everybody comfortable now again? I'm very sorry to disturb all your conversations, but we are already running out of time, so we have to resume. Before I said that we are not going to have table topic today, but we have so many guests today and we can't send them just like that. So we are having table topic right now, and I'll be calling table topic master, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So now we are entering into the most exciting segment. In every Toastmasters meeting, I just have a small request. Can the people on the back row can come in front? We have a nice AC, and you can also, my voice will also be clear. Okay. Maybe ma'am, you can also come back. Okay, you want it. Right. Thank you so much. Right. So, how many of you guessed what is table topics? The guests? Any guesses? Like, did you guess what this segment is about? No? Right. So, table topics is a segment where there will be a person called table topic master, and that's me. So, I'll be giving you a topic, and you will be speaking. You will not be given any time to prepare, and you will be speaking and coming onto the stage and speaking. So if you want to take 30 seconds of time, you can take it. You can organize your thoughts and you can prepare and you can deliver it on stage, right? So this particular segment is always to make guests involved. So I'll be giving the first preference to the guest and to say you some more information about table topics segment. So table topic segment will help in many places in our life. For example, when you go for an interview, the interviewer will ask you a question. And you will be thinking you will have some content in mind, but you won't be able to deliver it, right? So that's why you need the impromptu speaking skill. So today I'll be giving you some topics, and don't worry that the topics are going to be very simple. So firstly, do I have any volunteers? The first preference? Yeah, okay, Kaushik. You're not interested. Okay. So Toastmaster Kaushik, tell me one thing that you inspired the most. Tell me one thing that you inspired the most, Toastmaster Kaushik.
When Toastmaster Sathya said, you always have a story for some inspiration in your life. Immediately the first thought came to my mind was my grandfather. And thank you for this topic, because we all have someone, right? And for me it was my grandfather. He was a businessman. I'm in my family business. And when I first entered business, I was at the office. The 6 months that I used to attend, every day whoever came, whichever guy came to meet me or my father, he would speak to me about whom? Yes? Exactly. And I used to think, such a big person, huh? Because the last I saw him was probably when I was that young, like those young kids over there. And I heard all these stories. Your tata, he was a great man. No one can be like your tata. and so on and so forth. I was like, what is this story? What are these stories? Then later, I understood. When I sat with my grandmother, I was like, Pati, what did my grandfather really do? So she sat, she gave a huge thing about my grandfather. And guess what? It was not just him. Turns out the people from that generation itself are like that. So the story was this. He was a person, he was a businessman, and his achievements were, he helped raise 9 other families that were not his, got them married. You know, Tamil culture as well as the Tamil marriages, you have to give 20, 30 to 100 pounds of gold. He did all of that. Plus, he got his own 4 to 5 children married with 20, 30 pounds of gold as well as some wealth. But he did all of those, raised his own family as well as other families, and yet all he wore every single day was a white shirt and a white waistcoat. That is it. Turns out this is the Tamil culture that generally is seen. I have a picture in the office of Vellore in 1970s. If you look at it, you won't find color. Not because there was no there's no color picture, because people wore only black and white. They were so conservative. They were so towards their families. They wanted to build wealth for people. That is my inspiration. Not my grandfather alone. The people of those generations. We have a very good gentleman with us here today. From that. And those people are the ones that set an example to this current generation of social media, of fast fashion, and so on. So I thank all the people from the generations before for setting a wonderful example. That was my inspiration. Keep it talking, Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushik, for putting your thoughts in an organized way on how things inspire you. Well, may I have a volunteer from the guest side? I will not leave any of your guests. You have to come and speak. Maybe you first. I'll give you a very simple topic. You can even ask me for a better topic also. I'll be very happy to give you. So your topic is, what will you do if I give you 1 crore? What will you do if I give you 1 crore? Over to you.
If you have given me some time, I would have thought about it, what I would have done better with that 1 crore. Suddenly, if you are asking me to speak about that, okay. I'll invest some of the amount, and the rest of the amount I'll choose to travel the entire world and come, meet many new faces which I have never seen yet, and experience whatever is whatever I need to experience in life, experience in terms of happiness, and I would learn something new.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful table topic. And may I have the second volunteer? Someone else? Yeah, please. Maybe I think I forgot to mention the time limit. So you have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute, and you can speak for a maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. So the timer is here. So he will raise the green card at 1 minute, and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. So you can speak for more than 30 seconds once the red card has been shown. Yeah?
Okay,
Right?
complicated.
Okay. So your name?
Sri
Shakti. Which is your favorite pet animal and tell why? Which is your favorite pet animal and tell why, Sri Shakti?
My favorite pet animal is dog and cat, because unfortunately I couldn't adopt any one of those, but then whenever I go anywhere, they choose me, they come to me. So I used to feed them and I can take care of them, and I absolutely love them because they are sometimes the cat is very loyal, and and sometimes the dog is very naughty. It's like opposite, vice versa. Usually dogs will be loyal and cats will be very naughty. So it depends on the situation, and it depends how we treat them and how they treat us without any judgment. So I prefer to go with dogs and cats, and even in my neighborhood I see a lot of dogs taking care of the other puppies, not their own puppies. So it's like that dog will feed his own dogs like puppies, but then also the others ones, which shows how much they care of their other children, not just the one they born and brought up. And so yeah, I love those personalities. I love them.
Thank you, Sri Shakti. That was a very good speech, and you have also qualified with the time as well. And, yeah. So may I have the next volunteer? Kriti, yeah. So Toastmaster Kriti, which is your favorite sport, and tell us about why? Which is your favorite sport and tell us about why?
So when we are in childhood, we all have everyone has their favorite sport, like maybe cricket, football, badminton, volleyball, basketball, and all. So when I was in school, I was a girl very active. I used to love all kind of sports. But I started with basketball because I was thinking I have to be tall. So let's join basketball and let's start playing with that. Afterwards, I lost interest and I started playing badminton. But after certain time, I got to know I got really interested in volleyball. Volleyball became my favorite sport. From that time, I was like so keen because it taught a lot of values to me. Like it is a team game, and most of the thing there are two types of sports, right? Individual sport and team sports. I was more interested in team sports and volleyball. I started playing volleyball in 7th, and then 10th also. Even though we had boards, we went to district level and all. And till college, I played volleyball, and it was fun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. To say about Kriti, she is a past member of Vellore Toastmasters Club, and she currently lives in Hyderabad, and she's a Toastmaster there. And she's one of the dedicated Toastmasters that Vellore Toastmasters Club has ever found. We can give a very big applause to her. Thank you, Kriti, for being here. And now, may I have? I'm just going to have 2 more topics. So can I have the next volunteer? Yes, please. Okay, you can come next. You'll be the next person. Yeah. At 2 minutes, I rendered 2 minutes. So you can speak after 30 seconds. So green at 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds yellow, 2 minutes red. So you can speak for more than 30 seconds once red card is shown. The maximum. Your next? Karthik. Yeah. So Karthik, which city would you like to live? Chennai or Bangalore, and why? Which city you would like to live? Chennai or Bangalore, and why? Okay. Then tell me which city you would
open question. Let me settle with this.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
I would certainly prefer Chennai. For one thing, that it has got a beautiful beach, and I love beaches. And of course, it's our Tamil Nadu city. And I would like to go to Bangalore for one reason, that the traffic there is mad, crazy, and it's impossible to drive there. Of course, the people are very soft, very nice, Canadians basically, unlike the Madrasis who will get into a fisticuff at the drop of the hat. You see so many autoways and bikes trying to kill each other on the road. Petty matter like honking and all that. So that way Madras has got some downside, but still east or west, Who is best? What comes? Well, in fact, I would have preferred any city outside the country. Not India. I left to myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik, for your wonderful thoughts about whether you want to live in Bangalore or Chennai. Actually, I currently work in Bangalore, and I could definitely relate to what you are saying, the traffic. And the one thing that I really like about Chennai is the food, right? I hope you all agree compared to Bangalore. Well, so can I have the last volunteer? Sir? Yeah. Right. So I'll be giving a very simple topic. So tell us one of your favorite dish and how to cook it.
The first part of the question is quite very interesting. However, the second part is I have never entered the kitchen. My favorite dish is bel puri. Bel puri was first introduced to me by my cousin Jayaraman. When we were in Madurai, he took me when I was doing my 6th standard. He took me to a chat center. Those days that were very new to me, that such kind of stalls do exist. And when he introduced that I am going to give you a treat today, and it is called bel puri, I was just laughing at him. And when the dish was getting prepared, I was very curiously looking at the person who was doing that. He was putting all those puri into it, and he was just mixing it with all other items. I was slightly getting nauseating, like how is it going to taste. I was very curious, and when it finally arrived on the plate, and when I started tasting it, that curious taste never left my memory till now. And whenever I do attend any of the North Indian weddings, I was so favorite to go over to the stalls where such bel puris do come out. And whenever I taste it, I go back to the days of Madurai. And those bel puris have different flavors at different centers. And yet another time was when I was taken to a place in Saukarpet by my classmate. And there I was introduced along with bel puri, the kachori, that was yet another dish, and I still have those fond memories of bel puri even now. And thanks for reminding me.
Thank you, sir. That was a very, very well delivered. I would say I think you were hesitating a little, but you delivered a very good technical topic. We can give an applause. So let me finish off with the last speaker. I would like to invite John as the last time topic speaker. So Toastmaster John, what do you think is the most important thing to live? What do you think is the most important thing to live, Toastmaster John?
Okay, so the moment he asked this question, my memories went back to this day, that one day when my theatre guru, who taught me theatre in 2004-2005, he called me in 2017 saying, 2004-2005 he was my first introduction to theatre as such, and 2 years down the line he left field, he went off to an IT company because theatre was not feeding him so much. Then I went through this whole cycle of how do I figure out my own place in theatre, how exactly do I earn money in it and all of those things. While I was figuring it out, it was already 12 years, and this trainer of mine, he was not even in touch with me, and suddenly he called me that day and said, John, I left my job today and I want you to give me some kind of a job in theatre. And I asked what exactly happened. He said, these 12 years I had to earn a lot of money, get my sister married and settle my house and all of those things. All of those things are done right now. And all of these 12 years, I've just been wondering, saying, when do I go back to theatre? And how do I go back to theatre? And that is something like that phone calls put in my head because during these days of me saying I will never leave theatre, because I finished my college and I decided that I will do only theatre. I lied to my parents, went off to Chennai and said I'm going to like flourish in theatre field. Went and saw that the other theatre companies are like they can't pay me. They can't pay anybody else also. Everybody is just there, just there for the passion. And that is one time when I decided saying if at all I pursue theatre, I'm going to make money out of this. And there was one day I saw this car going by, and on the back of the car it was written saying somebody's name, and it said Senji Nadaga Uringinepalan. It was a Renault Duster. And I was going on a scooty that time, and I chased this car to click a picture of it, because how can somebody who does drama earn the money to get a car? And that was my inspiration. And whenever I keep thinking, saying I like anybody who wants to follow any kind of passion as such, if the passion is not feeding them, then they cannot take that as a passion or a passion, because later on what will happen is they'll start blaming the passion for them not having money, and that's a bad name on the passion. And so, I forgot the topic.
That's nice.
The most important thing that I would say is, if at all like you want to live your life, live your passion, and when you live your passion, live it guilt-free and do not blame the passion for anything that goes wrong in your life.
Thank you to Toastmasters John. So that was a very good table topic. Actually, he is a good speaker even before joining Toastmasters, and he is a new Toastmaster as well. He has just joined 2-3 weeks before. Right? So that was a great topic. Very big applause. So with this, we are coming to the conclusion part of the table topics, and over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the wonderful session. I hope you all remember what is the theme of the day. Anybody recall? So vote it later on the day. Now we will move to the third part of the meeting, which is the evaluation. Now I'll be handing over the session to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Ray. So, as she mentioned, we are moving to the final segment of our Toastmaster Club, that is evaluation. The evaluation begins with the prepared speech evaluation. For that, I would like to call the evaluator for the first speech, Toastmaster Carol.
Thank you, Jayaraman evaluator. So, Toastmaster Pradeep, his topic was sentiment or sacrifice. So, Toastmaster Pradeep took us on a roller coaster ride. No? He started with festivals, to shopping, to Amazon, to Flipkart, to etc., etc., etc. He went everywhere. But it all distilled down to a beautiful theme. No? It was wonderful. Though it was very humorous, it looked more like a humorous talk, but it was a power-packed theme, and he presented it very, very well. And if you see his stage presence, he was super confident. You know, he made very good use of the stage. His gestures were fantastic. He was so confident, and words were just flowing out of him very, very well. And I liked, the way that he used the two lines in Tamil, where he used the song "Kodutadalam Koduthan." That was very, very, innovative. But I think in Toastmasters, when you do something like that, you also need to give a translation of what it means. This is predominantly a crowd of Tamilians or South Indians who know the language. But if you're going to do it on a greater stage, probably you would have to give subtitles or an explanation to that. So these were the good aspects of what you have done. What you can improve is maybe go in a chronological sequence. You were going front and back, and the sequence was a bit, it was taking the listener back and front. You started off in present days, and then you went to your childhood, and it was a flashback. And then when you switch, maybe it would be easier if it could be in a chronological order. Other than that, topics, the subtopics were very well presented, and the comparison also between the two themes that you have selected was very good. It started with sentiments, and then how sacrifice is more important than sentiments. And I think you did a very good job, and I think that you have very successfully completed your level 1 project too. All the very best. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Caroline. Now it's time for the second speech evaluation. For that, I would like to call Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maurice, the general evaluator. Well, so Toastmaster Karim. So what a wonderful speech that was. Whenever Toastmaster Karim was speaking on the stage, I always get inspired, because when he can do that with even though he has stammering as an issue, he always tried his best to make the people attract, right? So let us see what are the things that we can learn from Toastmaster Karim's speech. So the first thing that I have learned from Toastmaster Karim's speech is that, so when you see, he opened the speech with a story wherein he said about the his school days, what is the criteria set for becoming a school captain, that is becoming a school topper, right? And he also said that he was very jealous about, and he was also worried about the people who were speaking fluent, right? So these things were taken to an emotional ride, wherein people, whenever you are speaking on the stage, when you are taking something emotional, people can easily listen to that, and they will feel the exact scenario that what you are going through. So this is one technique that you can always use by adding your personal stories to develop your speech and the speech quality. The second thing that I liked in Toastmaster Karim's speech is the way he used the hand gestures. Whenever people see who are entering the stage for the first time, they will keep their hands in the pocket, or they will tie their hands like this, or they will just keep like this. But when you see Toastmaster Karim, he has used the conventional hand gestures, where he was not keeping his hands like this. Throughout speech, he had conventional hand gestures, which is made his speech more alive, right? So actually, you have 3 hand gestures. That is conventional, descriptive, and the emotional. So descriptive is something when you say ball, you mention that particular object in that shape. And emotional hand gestures, or when you're speaking emotional, and you'll be doing the gestures that relate to it, right? So he used the conventional hand gestures, which made his speech more alive without keeping his hand on a stable position. That was a very good thing that we can all do in our speeches. And the third thing that I like in his speech is that conclusion. So whenever you have a great speech, whatever you spoke for the 4 or 5 minutes, people won't much remember it. Whatever you are giving as a last thing, or the last few lines that you are speaking in the speech are more impactful, right? For example, he says that, are you obsessed with the outcome, or are you enjoying the process? So these lines make me think even more, like what I should focus on more on my life, right? So however, there are one recommendation that I would like to give for Toastmaster Karim is that the stage choreography. So I could see Karim was moving on the stage without a purpose. So when he's saying a line and moving to another line, so he was moving on the stage without a purpose. So it will always distract the audience. For example, say when you are entering into the story and you are moving to the other part of the story, you can transit yourself from left to the right or to the center of the stage. So this way people will clearly understand that you are transitioning yourself from one part of the story to the other. So to summarize, your speech had a great opening and you used the gestures well, and this one recommendation of stage choreography will make your speech even more better.
Thank you, evaluator. So to give you follow, we are having an evaluation session, and first two evaluator prepared speech. Now we are moving into tag team report. Tag team report is nothing but they evaluate our meeting based on a specific thing. Now we would like to have an evaluation on timing. So for that, I would like to call timer Toastmasters.
Gets 8 minutes 18 seconds. Now for speech evaluation, Toastmaster Caroline have 2 minutes 30 seconds, and for Toastmaster Bharat 3 minutes 25 seconds. I'll hand over stage to general evaluator.
Thank you, Dharma. So now it's time for our counter. The our counter report will be provided by Toastmaster.
I have the counter report with me. First, let me tell you, the people who did not, who very minimally used well, so like. So, we would like to give a big round of applause to Mr. Kaushik. He has used only 2 sources, SO. And what I really liked is the way he had control over our arms. And other than that, it was so an presentation from all of us. And if I want to be very specific on certain people, first I would like to report on Mr. Pradeep, sentiment or sacrifice. It was and then and, which was on the higher side of more than 5. And Mr. Karim Jafar, Toastmaster, it is R more than 5, so more than 5, and more than 5. And whoever came on stage, we had the so and used very frequently. So this is my
Thank you, Arthur. Now we will have a grammarian to have a report on overall usage of grammars in our Toastmaster.
As a grammarian, I introduced word of the day, explicit. I'm really happy. 3 more people using the word. Okay. So my report is first one, prepared speeches. Pradeep. Actually, he introduced a lot of phrases here and there, so many phrases, and appreciated. Almost only one suggestion I want to give Pradeep. Most of the past instance should be narrating past tense, sometimes using present tense. So that is one suggestion. And second speaker, Mr. Toastmaster Karim. Actually, he did fantastic job. He introduced a lot of short questions. For example, why me and why is and why in. Why means a competition. He introduced one word of the day also. And apart from other speaker did fantastic job. That's all my report. I hand over to the stage back to general evaluation.
Thank you, grammarian. So now it's time for the overall evaluation. So the meeting was started on time. It was at 3:50. And the next, essay, that was a good start. And that your start felt a little bit hurried. There have been some more people have gone slow and could have presented slowly and have some pauses in that. That would be, but it's a really good start. You are playing it for the first time, and that was really good. Secondly, DMOD. Toastmaster Kritika. It was your first time and it was really great. You had a very crucial thing, that is well-being, and you have carried out the thing so well, and it was calm and almost perfect kind of a thing. And also I have to mention one thing, she really worked on the thing, because she have mentioned about the index, which is not that explicitly available. Not every one of us was aware of the index, and that shows that she worked on our team. And also, yes, that was a great job by the master of the team. Moving on to the education session. Thanks for coming, sir, and it was a really enlightening session. Everybody knows it was an enlightening session, and I will move on to the next segment. prepared speeches. Prepared speeches, we already have a detailed evaluation, so I would like to touch upon it. Firstly, Toastmaster Pradeep. When everybody struggles with humor, he carries out so well, and it was easy thing for him. And I really admire those aspects in it. And it was a persuasive speech. To give you categories, a speech is divided into different categories, and one category that Toastmaster Pradeep did was it comes under the category called persuasion. That is, you are persuading people to do something. So that was the category that Pradeep did, and it was a really good humor. And moving on, Toastmaster Karim was our star speaker of our fellow Toastmaster Club, and it was a good speech as usual, Karim. And to give you a category, it comes under motivational speech. That is, you motivate people on specific theme or in general thing. Great job, Toastmaster Karim. Moving on, table topic sessions. Again, one speaker that attracted my consciousness or my attention is Karthik. Because when I was busy with something, but everybody started to laugh, and I looked at him, and he had certain expression that doesn't come so easily, and it was a very good aspect that you can work upon and you can use it as a positive thing. And thanks to all volunteers who volunteered them. This is the very important aspect in Toastmaster Club. It's also a crucial thing that initially we hesitate. Thanks to all volunteers as they volunteer themselves to the speech of table topic sessions. Moving on to the overall feedback, as I mentioned, activities. Some people followed it to the point and some didn't. So I will like to reiterate the activities. Firstly, shake hands, and when you handing over the stage to somebody, you can say their name, simply stating their Toastmaster and the name, or over to categories. And third thing, I forgot myself. Okay, there were four. One is name. Instead of calling that name strictly, call the Toastmaster and name, shake hands, and over to you. Last thing. Greeting. Anybody? Greeting. Thank you. Yeah, that is with respect to the meeting activities. And finally, we are little over time. We should have completed the time a little earlier, but because of table topic sessions, we want to deliver value to our people, our guests. So we included table topic sessions, which we stated that initially we do not have. To give you value, we included that, and the meeting was really great. I would like to conclude my report. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your report. As he mentioned, we are already running out of time, but I will take just 2 minutes of your precious time. I hope you all remember the definition that I told about well-being. Can everybody say? Happiness and health. So when I think about health, I remember a quote which I read long back ago, but still stays with my heart. Here the quote is, health is nothing when you have it. It becomes everything the moment you lose it. That has a deep message in it, right? When we think about health, we categorize it into two, physical one and the mental health. But I think both of it is interlinked. Physical health, your mental health, good mental health will impact your physical health positively. In the same run, if you have a bad mental health, that will impact your physical health in the negative way. For the physical health, to maintain the physical health, we can go to gym, we can play our favorite sport, we can do exercise. But what about our mental health? What we do about it? Report says more than 300 million of people are suffering because of that, and 14% of death every year, that is 8 million deaths, somehow related to mental health issues. We are always forced to show only the positive, shining part of our life to others, right? And I'm here to tell you, it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to not be okay. When our bone is broken, we seek help, don't we? Why don't we do the same when our heart is broken? We take sick leave to heal our physical injuries. But it is seen unprofessional if we do the same for our mental health, right? Because people don't understand the importance of mental health. So here, people who gathered today, we will try to understand the importance of mental health, and we will create the surrounding and environment for others and our next generation where they can easily talk about it and can easily heal from that. So, from today, when you meet somebody, genuinely ask them how are they. If they are not okay, just listen to what they are saying. That might help them to feel better. With this, I will hand over the session to a visionary leader of this Toastmaster Club, Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. It's actually a very important topic. Thank you for that, because I do have mental issues myself. So now I will resort to alcohol as a means of coping. So thank you. But jokes apart, it is an issue, but good thing that you brought it. So now, in the guest group, we have shared a link that has ballots. You have to vote on who is the best speaker, the best table topic speaker, role player, and so on. It is in the guest group. You can check it up and kindly vote. As we all vote, we would like to get feedback from the guests. So, first guest to give, Monica, we start with you, feedback from you. You could just stand up and say a few words about how the whole meeting was.
When I was speaking with my friend regarding public speaking, she actually suggested me to join Toastmasters. So when I searched for Venu Toastmasters in Insta, your page popped up and I contacted Bharat regarding the same. Really, I had no idea how it would be and what was the procedure, how each and every one of them will speak or anything like that. So when I came, the Toastmaster who was speaking, I could able to connect with them. I could able to connect with him, and your evaluation systems and all other things I could easily understand. The way in which you explained it was easy to understand. It was not much difficult, and I think it is better to come and attend here to become a good public speaker.
Thank you. That is very good. This is the very place where you come to become a better speaker. There is no other place or organizations where you come and learn by doing. Thank you. So, we have a review from you.
Thank you very much. It's a wonderful meeting. I am very much surprised you started on time. 3:15 you started, and the way you taken the meeting is very well. The timer, I thought only the speaker evaluation on the timer will happen. For all the part, the timer is you are having. And there is a hand-holding guidance. I am able to see here people giving a feedback. That too positive feedback and lot one of the things to be improved. Very professional way you are being. Happy to be a part of this.
Thank you, sir. We actually follow something called Robert Rules of Code, which is the parliamentary procedure where you are timed with everything. So that is the reason. Thank you. So a review from you.
So I was introduced to this Toastmasters Club by Jayaraman. I was looking forward to this for quite many times, but however I should really thank Bharat for persuading me to attend this meeting. I should really thank him, and I was totally involved in it and looking forward to join as a member and carry my insight forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, could we have a review from you?
When I speak, people used to say my tone is very authoritative. So I want to mold that voice modulation. So I was in search of, is there any public speaking course in Bangalore? Because usually we don't get this kind of things in Bangalore. Then I came to know through Instagram. after coming here, I got an idea that everybody is getting evolved by each one of us. So the way I liked it very much. So I'm looking forward. Thank you so much.
Just a comment again, you didn't seem authoritative to me. Just saying.
People used to say.
Yeah. And sir, could we have a review from you?
It was a great start. I think it will help us hone our skills of communication. I'm here to be a forceful, coherent, and aggressive communicator. The spoken. The written one is okay, but the spoken one is something to be improved upon. So I think this will go a long way because of the primer, grammarian, authors. I think they will help us know our mistakes very clearly and will be on the constant improvement path. That will improve really well.
Thank you, sir. So it is true, those evaluations help you. And if you go take up contests and there are conferences in Toastmasters, we meet other Toastmasters from different parts of the world. And they are phenomenal speakers. So that's another way that we become better. Thank you, sir, for your review. We have from you.
Actually, before 3 days only I got to know about Toastmasters. So after I know, I thought I should join as a guest. So this is my first time to experience Toastmasters. Actually, it was good, and I always get sleepy whenever anyone speaks. But this is first time that I have concentrated everyone. So I like when he speaks. I got that enjoyment. So it's nice.
Thank you. You seem rather confident. I think you should speak in the next meeting. So let's see. Thank you, sir. We have from you.
Yeah. Actually, in my temple is a Toastmaster, but I couldn't make it to that. So I just saw in social media, I just registered, and then even them called me and then asked me to join here. I think I was like somebody, nobody will teach you like this some things before, because if you go and speak outside, we speak when they will clap you, they will insult you. But things we are making it is like something is too dirty to all us, hold us. I think it is very informative.
Thank you. This is true on all Toastmasters. They're very positive. On all Toastmaster clubs, they're all very positive and they'll all help you. Thank you for your review. And ma'am, from you, short review from you.
I just want to see what is the event is going to be. So, being nice.
Thank you. Finally, from you.
So I was like, why not in Vellore? I was searching for some place to continue my communication skills because I took a career gap of 3 to 6 months, I think, and I totally forgot how to speak in English. Though I'm still teaching students, they want to teach me in Tamil, so I completely forgot to speak in English. So I want to find a place where I can mold myself and I can improve my vocabulary skills and speaking skills. And I got to know this Toastmasters, and I'm happy to be here actually after persuaded by the Bharat for almost 1.5 months.
Oh God!
I was continuously in the training, teaching the people, and last week I was available, but I lost my voice after shouting with the people. But then this time I want to come, and I really enjoyed the educational session with you, sir. And the speaker, Harim and Pradeep, right? I really enjoyed their speech, and as all say that we all have it in mind, but even though I teach people, I train people, when I come to the stage, I stumble and stumble. So it's like I want to improve myself, and I found a good place in India. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, one of your reasons was why I also joined. I'm from Vellore, but I did most of my education outside and 10 years in Bangalore. So I knew English. Once I came back, I was losing it. So I joined Toastmasters. Good choice. So thank you all for your reviews. So we have another person, right? Kriti Surana. She was once a member of Vellore Toastmasters Club, plus played an executive committee role. So I just want to get a few feedback from her, about a minute or so, because we hope we made you proud.
amazing transformation. The day when I joined Toastmaster to this, I joined an online session during COVID 2020, and seeing the transformation of this physical session, and Toastmaster Bharat has taken it a long way. I'm really proud of him that he has brought it a long way. We were only 14 members, that's it, and we were struggling to have online sessions. We tried, but also in COVID we tried to do some roles. We used to dress up and come. We used to motivate each and another, but bringing into after COVID also we were like still continuing online. Bringing to physical session was all Toastmaster Bharat, his hard work and everything, and his follow-up is like commendable. Like he has got this amazing platform. Yeah, and I had some takeaways also from this session. I have never come across there be a news person who will deliver news, and a general evaluator telling etiquettes of the meeting. These all are some takeaways which I can also tell to the club in Hyderabad which I am. And now it's like I'm excited to again shift to Vellore and be a part of Vellore.
Nice. Happy to have you. And we had a meeting just last night with the district Toastmaster with our club growth director, and he mentioned our club with the growth that we had and so on. So we did have a phenomenal growth, and if you do come back, please join, or Bharat will follow up on you. If it gets done. So now I'd like to request Toastmaster Sathya to come on stage because to give out the awards for the best role players as well as me.
I think it's the privilege of president. I can come and stand next to you, but you will have to.
So please come, sir.
No, that should happen. Do not take away the privilege of. I will do it. So let me announce it. Okay. Yes, people public speaker, the speaker. Okay, we go with the best speaker first. It's Toastmaster Karim. Best evaluated is Toastmaster Karim. And the best role player, Toastmaster Ravish. And the best role player, Toastmaster Kritika. I'm sure they had a tough time in choosing the best table topic speaker. I think we had managed today. Toastmaster John.
He forgot the topic and then that.
I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So a couple of announcements we have. One, next week we'll have another meeting as usual. But for the next meet, we'll have our district director coming to the meeting. So that's one. And on 10th, we have our contest. Both ISC contest as well as the table topics contest. And our VP head will put in a message. So I request all the members who are willing to take part in them to vote or reply to them so that we have a count as to who all will participate. Because a lot of preparation goes in this contest. We have 8 outside members coming just to facilitate our club's contest. So kindly reply and we'll get an amount, and contests are exciting. Always, trust me. So this is for the guests. So we used to have a small discount. It's not available, but it's just a 5% discount that we used to have. But in case you are interested to join, you can reach out to either me, Bharat, or Toastmaster Trivedan. So you can reach out to us and let us know, and we will all guide you. So finally, we've come to the end. As we close this session, I request all of you all to join us for a group picture over here. And with that, the meeting is adjourned.